Hello viewers, and welcome to episode 34 of my Better Than Wolves playthrough. I find myself in need of some more mining, mostly looking for more iron. I was doing a bit of housekeeping around my base, trying to rack up string supplies and whatnot. I made a little spider trap with a chicken that hatched, and that's sitting outside my base, but things have been going a little bit slowly. So I wanted to devote some time to obtaining more iron so I can make a couple more iron tools. For example, an iron shovel would be nice, or alternatively, if I can find at least one more diamond, I would definitely make a diamond shovel. I want to preserve the 3 diamonds that I currently have for a spare diamond pick, because this one is getting low and I definitely want to keep those in stock for future use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some mining, because this episode I really want to get back into the Nether, and so I don't really want to waste screen time with stuff that's not that. So I'm going to do some mining. If anything interesting comes up, I will bring the camera on, but until that point I'm just going to be tooling around at the bottom of this mining area here, and hopefully don't die or anything like that. So I will see you later. So of course, no sooner than I cut, I discovered through this little gap over there that there's some diamonds just on the other side of the area here. However, the area is also fraught with danger. You can see there's a skeleton there, and he's been shooting me a time or two as soon as he can, like, swim up out of the way. So I'm just trying to dig my way over there, hopefully get under him or something without expending too much of the pick. It has been a struggle for sure, but we'll see if we can get there. So I will continue this little extravaganza and come back when I am either closer to the diamonds or get closer to dying, one of the two. So I'll see you then. Alrighty, so those diamonds are just within reach. This is a pretty exposed area, but this is just too good to pass up. Oh, there's at least 6 diamonds here. Oh, even more. And this will be enough to maybe even contemplate making some armor with it, which is just insane to think about, since... Oh, there's that zombie with the shovel I saw earlier, which would be another good treat. Oh yeah, doesn't have the best durability on it, but it is still a freebie iron tool. So with that, I think I'm just going to get out of here with our little spoils, and I will be back at the base. Alrighty, here we are, finally at the Journey into the Nether Part 2. I was able to finally assemble enough ladders that I think I'll be able to reach at least that glowstone that was above the previous ladder setup. We did have a haul of 9 diamonds from that little mining escapade. I did make 1 diamond shovel out of it, which will be very useful in the near future. But for now, oh shoot, I need the ladders on my hotbar. But for now, the efforts to continue the build of this ladder proceed so that we can get that sweet, sweet glowstone, and hopefully some more. We're able to do a sort of top-down approach, which might be necessary. And will be useful in the future if ever I make some sort of nether rail system for faster travel, which I have done in the past. It's definitely beneficial. Though, if watching Charlie and Vyoki's adventures with nether travel are any indication, it is a bit difficult to properly align portals nowadays. I don't know where that little guy was shooting. But I am gonna... Oh, it keeps breaking on top of the glowstone. That's interesting. And unforeseen. Nope, 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 nope. Oh dear. Yeah, okay. So, gas explosions do indeed destroy cobblestone. That is most unfortunate. Why am I unable to place this right now? It's a bit confusing. Weird. I must have been partially on it. Okay, so I'm going to continue to make this ladder up a bit further. And then make a little platform base right up here. We're not at the top yet, which is where I would like this to eventually be. But for now, there we go. So the hope here is that I can mine this out without exposing myself too much. And thus endangering myself to the ghasts. That's going to be the hardest part, I think. Alrighty, so I had recorded myself of gathering up these 14 blocks of glowstone up above there in the danger zone, and then just realized as I was cutting to tell you all that I would see you back at the base, my recording setup was not quite correct. So I was up there at the top of the ladder. We can go take a look at what I ended up doing. I used some netherrack to keep the viewpoints blocked while I was mining the glowstone, and I was able to get about 14 blocks. There's still several blocks of glowstone up here, but they're in more dangerous spots. So the top-down mining approach isn't the best, since it leaves you exposed and you can fall. Whereas if I were to try to build some sort of bottom-up, then I could have a platform and I could be mining from that platform. Granted, that's a bit dangerous, what with ghasts all around and everything, until I'm able to groth the nether and, ironically enough, make it safer, unless you don't have steel boots on. Gathering glowstone is going to be difficult, to say the least, and I just need to kind of hope to luck out as far as that goes. So I'm going to make a run for it. Back to base here. Keep you guys in the loop, since it could be a bit exciting, or it could be nothing. The last time I did this night run, I didn't encounter any enemies. And it must be with the whole not being out here long enough. That and the base is fairly well lit at this point. I should probably slab the roof up there. There's enough spots for there to be a spawn, or at the very least light it up. This glowstone isn't going to get me as far as I'd hoped, but it'll be fine, because in other news, while I was waiting for string to be gathered to make those ladders, I believe I now have enough hemp. So I'm going to be able to make my very first windmill, which is super exciting. So here we are with this glowstone that might not actually be of use. I'm going to actually put it in the other chest there, since it is valuable and doesn't have an immediate use. Yeah, see, there's a zombie spawning right in here, since there's plenty of spawn spots as long as it's dark enough. Luckily, it doesn't look like they can spawn in this little building here. But with the new dawn should be a harvest of eggs, because I don't think I was out there long enough. Yeah! So we have up to 7 chickens now. I'm actually going to spend these eggs making another spider trap. That log right there is one. And I'm going to go make another one nearby. Though, with hemp growing, basic string might not be as important. It still is important, in a way. No, I'll just keep the chickens in this area. They're a lot easier to manage. And then I actually gain something from them being around. So I'm going to do a couple household chores. And then I'm going to get into grinding all this lovely hemp. All 48 of it. And then I will be back when that is ready to go. See you then. And here we are, all of that hemp ground up into hemp fibers, and with that we are going to make some fabric, which will open the gate to our wonderful, wonderful windmill. Let's see, let me grab the fabric that I had from before. We should take 4. Perfect, and we even have a little extra. So here are the sails. And with that, we are going to unlock mechanical power. Well, it doesn't actually unlock it. I need to actually build up the windmill first. But that's the first major step. So with that, I'm going to get some sort of super rudimentary windmill set up. Not quite sure where. But I will be back once I have that decided, and then we will carry on with using it. See you then. Actually, before that happens, I might as well craft the gearboxes required, so might as well bring that on camera since that's pretty monumental, if you say. So let's see, we need plenty of, I'm going to need at least 2 gearboxes, I think. Which means I'm going to need 8 gears. So we'll have an extra one once again. I'll probably use it to make a millstone or whatever at some point. We will need some redstone eyes, which, if I recall correctly, it's like this. Yeah. So let's grab 2 of those. And then we're gonna just make the minimal 2 gearboxes. 1 directly at the windmill, and then 1 to extend it. I only have 4 rope, so it's only gonna make us 4 axles. Oh, I guess I don't remember what the recipe for that is. Oh, it's the other way. Okay, yeah. Here we are. And that's all we have, because I'm fresh out of hemp. So wherever I set up this windmill is going to have to be super rudimentary, which is fine. It'll, at the very least, make grinding a lot easier. I kind of want to put it somewhere that I won't have to worry about collection. So perhaps I make use of this vertical space here and have the windmill extending into the water. I might have to move that bad boy, but I think that'll work. It shouldn't be too exposed. Can just make a little platform. And I'm gonna want to make it so that the items can't really fall. So let's work backwards, shall we? I'm gonna take the millstone, set the hand crank down. Millstone I'm gonna want probably no more than 1 block higher. I suppose if the items are going all around it, I can just deal with having it right here. That should be fine. The major difficulty, no, that'll be fine. I want the windmill to be able to extend here. So we have a top-down approach. We're going to have some issue with items being on this side, I think. But the windmill might technically block it, so we'll just go with this for now. So we'll go the maximum 3 spots. get that gearbox aiming this way. Oh. This way. Oh, I suppose I only needed the one gearbox. Well, that's fine. We'll make use out of it later. So for this to even have a chance of working, I do need one more axle, which is fine. I have, oops, I believe I have the ability to just hook this up next to it and hand cranking, since I have a couple hemp down this direction that grew over the course of the day. I have stopped placing seeds for hemp for now because I don't want to completely flood this water area with those bits. So I'm going to hand crank this and I will be right back. Alright, there we are. We ground that all up. I have made the decision that I'm going to bump this out an additional axle as long as I have enough hemp fibers to make that rope. I think I do with the 20 that were here. Yeah, that'll make 2 more axles, and that will allow me to bump that out 2 more spaces. And so now I am hoping that that will be just enough to enough height with the drop here to place that windmill on. Now this is going to look super janky and very simple, but that is what we're going to do with this first one. I'm going to turn this gearbox off and nuts. So that is not high enough. Okay, well, I had to expect that. So what I'm going to need is I'm going to have to go higher up with that, which is unfortunate because of the space requirement there. Let's see, let's make these ham and eggs. So we're going to end up using that gearbox. I am going to need more hemp fibers, which is going to be the stopping point for now. Well, the sticking point rather than the stopping point. Not stopped, just a little stuck. Since we're going to need more hemp fibers to make more axles. We have enough to make 1 right now, but that's not the most in the world. And this is all in order to... what is this zombie doing here? Where did you come from? They must be able to spawn in this area now that I took out that little divider that was here. Well, no matter, I guess. We'll have that sorted as soon as we have consistent millstone power. I'll be able to grind down the netherrack and hopefully at some point make some regular torches, and we can light this place up with jack-o'-lanterns, since I don't believe jack-o'-lanterns set things on fire, which is relatively crucial to not burning down the house. So I guess I'm going to... oops, don't want that in there. I will come back when I have another axle worth, and then we can resume constructing this bad boy. So of course, no sooner than I said that I'd cut and come back, luckily two of the hemp grew, and that was enough to get this sucker into the next stage. So without further ado, let's make this a little bit taller. I suppose I need to... such a hassle. But that is the life we live. Right? Right. So I suppose at this point, for reachability, it doesn't quite matter. I'm going to need to do some sort of redstone pillaring in order to get this. I think I'm going to stop at this height, just so it's not quite so ridiculously tall. I guess at this point it might have been prudent to go ahead and set it off of this building or something. Oh well. I'll move it at some point in the future, make it look prettier. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, so then this third one is what we need. And hopefully with that... Huzzah! Look at that. We have power! We have power! It's still just barely tall enough. That's probably like 2 blocks taller than it needed to be. Judging by those things there. Alright, excellent. So then the worry is that that needs to be shut off during storms. Oh, right, and this sucker needs to be rotated. But that's why we're not hearing the awful noise. So I'm gonna not rotate that quite yet until I get that spot figured out. So I could either make a little... I suppose I could make a ladder. We have some. Yeah, why not? It's not making it look any worse, really, by having a random ladder here. Like I said, I'll make it pretty at some point. So we'll cut that off. And there we go. We have power. Excellent. Oh, that's so exciting. So now I can grind up all of this hemp and these bones without putting in any physical effort. This is super exciting. I have advanced into the next stage of this mod. Hooray! And really, the stupidest part is the biggest excitement is being able to grind up netherrack so I can make stupid regular torches. Like, that's the biggest excitement here. And then in the relative future, I will be able to melt down this iron and the diamond ingots rather, and make a sort of almost self-sustaining iron. The diamonds will sustain, but the iron will not, and it's fine. So with that, I'm not quite sure how long I've been going here. With the cuts, it makes it harder to know exactly how much time I have racked up. But I will check that out and see if I should devote any further time into another episode. So I'll be right back. And to be fair to myself and viewers' goal of half an hour-ish episodes, this isn't quite high enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of this ground up. I'm going to not be near that bad boy when the netherrack is grinding at all, because I have seen what it does and it is terrible. it gives you nausea and everything, and it's just grand. So I'm going to let that happen. I might do a little farming or something around the base while it's happening, and I will be back when this is all turned into ground netherrack. See you then. And we're back. We survived the nausea to create this ground netherrack, which I'm super excited for. I'm not going to be able to actually... I realize now that I'm not going to be able to make any use of it until I have a hopper, which is going to require a saw, which will require tanned leather. So I'm going to make efforts to get that going. We do have some dung, which is perfect. I'll have to scour the couple pieces of leather that I have already, which are somewhere around here. There they are. Oh, actually I don't need to do that. I can just get that going. Gonna go ahead. So I also discovered that I can jump and flip the switch. It uses a bit more energy. I don't know if it's any more or less energy than the ladder though. So we'll get that going. We'll go grab this dung that I have somewhere around here. There we go. And we'll need shears rather, to cut it once we're there. And what else do we need for a saw? We're going to put it in some stupid place that's right next to everything. Okay, I need iron. I need more iron. So it looks like I'm going to have to go on a mining adventure before this saw becomes reasonable. But then we'll have unlocked hopper power too, which is going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and turn that off. I think I'm just going to end up jumping all the time since it's faster than going up the ladder. We'll get the food out of there so we don't spoil it. Oh, right. We also need bark, don't we, for the tanning. Luckily, I've been saving. Throw that in there, and then we'll have some good old leather. Excellent. Let's see, what else do we need? I'm going to need some more gears. 3 of them. And then, yeah, from there it's just a bunch more of iron. So I guess I'm going to go on a mining adventure before I do anything else. We're going to swap out the tools so that we don't use that. We've got the shears for creepers if they come at us. Going to put the good arrows away. Get some of these rotted arrows. We have this. Put that away. Might as well put the dirt away. I don't really have need of it right now. Okay, so we're gonna have that leather pretty soon here. But I'm going to go mining to get enough iron to make that saw. So I will be back. So I've been mining from the bottom of my stairwell here and happened to come up this direction and just noticed that this is at the bottom of the ravine that's on the other side of the river. Makes a lot of sense because 64 blocks-ish downwards would mean 64 blocks out since I'm making the stairwell. It's just funny to see how small the world really is when you're accidentally connecting everything and going the same direction. So I guess I won't need to head over that way to discover what's in the bottom of it anymore. All I have to do is, oh, well, first of all, use a stupid shovel. And yeah, here we are. Bottom of that. That's one of the bridges I made. I didn't want to explore down this way because it was too dangerous to try to go down below. But here I am, coming from the other direction. That's pretty funny. Alright, so let's grab this iron. Anyway, thought I'd just share that. I'm going to head back to mining and hopefully won't encounter anything too exciting. I'm exploring this lower area though, so there might be more diamonds, which would be exciting, and I'd definitely cut back to that. But I'll see you later. So here I am, minding my own business, just trying to mine some iron, and there's definitely a deadly enderman in the area that I'm trying to nonchalantly coexist with without looking at him, since, you know, they like to kill that which looks upon them. I'm also tempted to try to kill him since I'm in a relatively safe area. However, I have 0 armor, so if he is able to hit me, you know, I'll probably die. And we definitely don't want that. Okay, looks like he went away. Must have teleported. Which I have 0 qualms with. Since it's so... Oh, I've been in this area before. Interesting. I don't recall being here. But clearly I have. Oh, I wonder if the main ravine is over that way. That would make sense. Alright, well, I'm going to head up this way a little bit, look for a little more iron to mine, and I'll report back. So, I was dumb, and I fell in a hole down here after getting exploded on by a creeper. Luckily, I was able to sort of secure myself in this little shelter and light a torch. It took me most of my fire plow. I think I need to start running around with a lit torch. I don't know why I wasn't doing that before. I guess I was imagining I'd be a little more careful than that. So, just sort of gonna sit here and wait until I'm less than injured, and then the mining shall resume. See you then. It occurs to me that I've probably been pushing my luck, what with that falling almost to my death and then being able to barely avoid dread. So I'm just going to go back and cook the iron ore that I was able to obtain. Of note, I've had some incidents with sheep and pigs getting out, and then the cows killing them when they're disturbed. So I'm hoping that the brown sheep I was able to bring over here is one of these three. I have no way of telling until I have a better living area for them. Just sort of crossing my fingers. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. There was that black sheep over there that I buried somewhere. Hopefully it can be used to grow some, or to breed some mutated sheep, for lack of a better term, and then get brown and other colors back. The real adventure will be long down the line when I want other colors of sheep. And hope to, oh shoot, hope to be able to maybe find one or two, or have some extreme luck at breeding. I never really got into the whole, I never got as far as needing to breed different colors of sheep. I wasn't quite that advanced on my other worlds. I was also able to find some gold, so I'm going to spend a bit of time cooking that up, and I will be back when I am able to make that saw. See you then. Alrighty, we finally made it, so here we are, the 3 necessary iron ingots to make this saw. Let's get this going. Cut up some tanned leather, cut it into a strap, make the belt, make the blade, put in the parts that move it, and bada bing, bada boom, we have ourselves a saw. I did set up a little grinding, oh dear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to fix that somehow. Skeletons are definitely able to get way too close. So, anyway, I set up my grinding station to grind up some more of the hemp that's been grown here, to which I want to make the saw in a slightly better position. I guess it doesn't matter too much for now. I could just stick it off of that and it'll spit items at me. It's not the end of the world. Once I get a lot of this material going, then we'll be able to be picky about where everything is. I think I might temporarily short-term, or what do I call that word? Perma-temporary. Yeah, combination between permanent and temporarily. Connect it on top of this building here and have the wiring and the mechanical power come in. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do with it beyond that. So last night it stormed, and clearly some of the trees are on fire. You can barely see in the distance over there. I think the recording might be able to see better than I that tree is toast and all sorts of shenanigans like that. Okay, so I did put in 20 coal. So let's place this saw, and here we'll have a working saw. And so now we'll be able to make hoppers at our leisure, which is really good. The first thing I'm going to do is make a hopper and put it under the chickens there, so I don't have to worry about collecting the eggs in the morning. And I'm also going to have it be the catch-all for the millstone setup. Not quite sure where that's going to be. It depends on where this mechanical power ends up. I think it'd be easiest if I put it there, and then that means I need a collection system somewhere close to it. I want to use some water that'll just dump it into a hopper. But in the most immediate, let's actually go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to turn this saw back on, and I want to make a hopper, so that the quest for the holy light can actually be complete. The holy light, in this case, being ever-burning torches. So let's see, I need some siding, and then I think a corner piece and some more gears. I'll worry about exact numbers later. Really? It just rained last night. Gosh. This edition of Minecraft, let me tell you, in its obsession with rain, is just incredible. Look at that. Now we should, then in theory we have all the corner pieces we need. We'll just make, I have 2 gears, so I won't bother with that. So let's head over this way. Oh, I was standing in the rain, so that torch is out. Well, that's fine. We'll have enough shortly. How is it? Hopper. I need a pressure plate, I think. I think those require redstone. Yeah, that makes sense. Since they do output a redstone signal, they should require redstone. It's been forever since I've had these sort of recipes. Siding? Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. So we get this, we get the corner, we get 2 gears, and we get 2 sidings, and dinner hopper! With that hopper, I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna put some soul sand in it. And I'm gonna go grab that crushed netherrack, and I'm not gonna bother with trying to bottle it because not about that right now. If I recall, you can safely do 7, and then we'll just bust it up. Do that. Let's. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't spawn ghasts anymore, which was a change Flower Child made because I think it was, he said it was too exploity. But that is the maximum capacity of those, which I just wanted to check that he didn't change that. Looks like he did not, so I guess that's good news-ish. I don't know. I'm kind of neutral. But we're gonna make this hopper. Well, I actually have enough hellfire dust, so let's actually put it in there. Actually, one second. I'm not sure if I remember what the recipe is. I thought it was. Yeah. Fire dust and pile of coal dust. That should make access to permanent torches, which I'm so excited for. Oh my goodness gracious. Mechanical power, unlocking so many good things. And I need a new spot for this cauldron with more netherrack around it. This takes too long. Really, actually, what I need is to expand the base so I have more space. Having the lighting to be able to do that is really going to help. Because as it was, I couldn't really keep it safe very well. Oh, we're so close and so far, blurg. I'm going to go see if the chickens laid some eggies. They did. How kind of them. Alright, full harvest of raw eggs. That'll be pretty nice. We'll have decent ham and eggs. Oh my god, nether coal! Nether coal! Makes us an unlit torch. Okay, so we still have to light it? That makes sense. But does it ever burn? It does! Oh my god! Ah, look at it! Oh my gosh! Oh. Oh, you know what I want to see? It's worth it. It'll be fine. I want to see if it goes out. Ooh, but it sticks around. Okay. That's totally fine. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have fire. Ever-burning fire. Oh, that's going to make caving so much better. Oh, it's so good. Alright, well, I'm going to stop geeking out and end the episode here. So, the quest for Holy Light has been attained, or, I guess, since we made it from netherrack, which is from hell, is it actually unholy light? Food for thought. Till next time, thanks for watching.